You've had the same peaceful mornings for years, toast coffee and the paper. But lately, your legs feel slower, heavier, and not quite as steady when the day begins. Most of us believe breakfast is the safest meal of the day, simple, harmless. But after 60, what you eat first thing could quietly decide how strong or how weak your legs feel all day long. That's because muscle recovery slows with age, and the body becomes more sensitive to nutrient gaps in the morning. According to the National Institute on Aging, missing key morning nutrients can speed up leg muscle loss and lead to long-term instability. It's not your fault. No one told you breakfast had changed. But now that you know, even a small shift can gently rebuild strength right where your legs need it most. In this video, you'll discover 5 senior-friendly breakfast foods that help support leg muscle strength, joint stability, and lasting daily energy without giving up the morning routines you love. They're simple, science-backed, and easy to add to any classic American breakfast. And if you stay with us till the end, you'll uncover a familiar grain that's often overlooked, yet it works quietly to rebuild and protect your legs each morning in the most natural and sustainable way. So let's start with the first morning food that could quietly reshape how strong your legs feel before noon even arrives. The muscle builder, number 1, eggs. Every kitchen in America has them. Quiet, ordinary, humble. Whether stacked in cardboard cartons or sitting in a bowl near the stove, eggs have been part of our lives for generations. Scrambled, boiled, poached, or fried eggs show up when we want something simple and satisfying. But after 60, they're more than a breakfast staple. They're a foundation. Eggs may look small, but they carry a big promise, especially for older adults, where every step feels more deliberate and every motion demands a little more from the legs. Eggs provide exactly what aging muscles need: repair, energy, and structure. Let's break that down. Each large egg contains around 6 to 7 grams of complete protein, the kind packed with all 9 essential amino acids. But there's more to eggs than protein. The yolk holds a rich concentration of leucine, a key amino acid that acts as the ignition switch for muscle protein synthesis, MPS. And after age 60, that switch gets harder to flip. Think of your muscles like an old garden hose left in the sun. When you turn on the water, eat protein, a young hose fills easily. But with age, the hose stiffens. You need more pressure, more of the right kind of nutrients to get the same result. That's where eggs shine. They're compact, high-leucine powerhouses, delivering the precise nutrient pressure your aging muscles need to respond. And they do it fast. Unlike slow-digesting casein found in yogurt, egg proteins are absorbed quickly, making them ideal right after waking, when your muscles are primed for repair. Overnight, the body enters a fasting state. Muscles lose protein. Morning is when they're begging to rebuild. According to research published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, older adults who consumed high-leucine breakfasts had significantly greater MPS compared to those who skipped or ate only carbs. But it's not just about the muscles themselves. Eggs also contain choline, a lesser-known nutrient, essential for neuromuscular function. Think of choline as the translator between your brain and your legs. It helps nerve signals travel efficiently to muscle fibers, ensuring your legs don't just get stronger, but also smarter in how they move. And since up to 90% of Americans over 60 don't get enough choline, this makes eggs even more vital. Even the cholesterol in eggs, once misunderstood, is part of the story. For years, people were told to avoid yolks. But more recent studies, including one from the Harvard School of Public Health, show that for most older adults, moderate egg consumption, up to 1 per day, does not increase heart risk and may in fact support eye health, brain function, and hormone production, all of which impact energy and balance. And then there's the convenience. Eggs don't require blenders, expensive powders, or long prep. You can boil a few ahead of time, keep them in the fridge, and have a leg-building breakfast ready in under 60 seconds. They're not just food. They're a signal to your body that it's time to rebuild. Just ask Linda. She's 68, a retired nurse in Arizona. She spent decades caring for others, but forgot to care for her own legs. I just wasn't hungry in the morning, she says. Sometimes just toast, sometimes coffee. I didn't think it mattered. But over time, her thighs thinned. She lost confidence on stairs. A friend suggested starting with one simple habit, an egg and half an avocado every morning. It felt small. But after 2 weeks, Linda noticed her afternoon energy lasted longer. Her knees didn't wobble when rising from the sofa. 3 months in, she was walking farther without breaks. It was like my legs remembered how to support me, she says. They just needed me to remember them first. Eggs helped her do that. They don't boast. They don't trend on health blogs. But eggs remain one of the most accessible, affordable, and effective ways to support leg strength after 60. So if your mornings feel slow, if your legs seem hesitant, maybe it's not age. Maybe it's nutrition. One egg may not seem like much, but for your legs, it could be the most powerful first step. Coming up next, a creamy food that nourishes your muscles slowly and silently, like a quiet promise in a bowl. The muscle stabilizer number 2, Greek yogurt. Some mornings feel quiet, familiar. You open the fridge, stir your coffee, and reach for something soft. Something that won't upset your stomach. Something light. For many older adults, it's Greek yogurt. But what most people don't realize is this. It doesn't just go down easy. It steadies your steps from the inside out. Greek yogurt might seem like a simple breakfast, just a bowl of creamy white. But inside, it's a slow-working support system for your muscles, bones, and digestion. Especially after 60, when your body shifts how it absorbs, repairs, and stabilizes muscle tissue. Here's how it works. Each 6-ounce serving of plain Greek yogurt offers around 17 to 20 grams of complete protein, with a high percentage coming from casein, a slow-digesting protein. Unlike whey, which peaks quickly and fades, casein releases amino acids over time, acting like a candle that burns steadily through the morning, keeping your muscle fibers quietly lit. That steady burn becomes essential after 60, when muscle protein synthesis (MPS) no longer responds to small protein hits. Aging muscles need more sustained input to rebuild. Greek yogurt fills that role beautifully, especially in the morning, when your body has gone 10 to 12 hours without fuel. That's also when your muscles are most vulnerable, like a dry sponge waiting for moisture. Without proper nutrients, the sponge stays stiff and brittle. But when you feed your body casein-rich yogurt first thing in the morning, it slowly soaks into those fibers, rehydrating them with the amino acids they need to regain structure and strength. And unlike sugary breakfast choices that give a short-lived spike, Greek yogurt offers a long-release energy effect. A 2020 review from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that slow-digesting proteins like casein not only support muscle maintenance in older adults, but also improve morning insulin sensitivity, reducing the risk of blood sugar crashes later in the day. But there's more. Greek yogurt is low in lactose and rich in probiotics, which support gut health, a crucial but overlooked piece of the muscle puzzle. Studies from Tufts University and the Journal of Gerontology have found that a healthier gut microbiome improves protein absorption in older adults, reducing inflammation and enhancing muscle response. Even calcium plays a role. With over 150 milliliters per serving, Greek yogurt strengthens the bone foundation beneath your muscle mass, keeping you steadier, safer, more aligned. And it's versatile. It adapts to your day. Want it savory? Add olive oil and herbs. Prefer it sweet berries and cinnamon. It's not just food, it's a flexible routine, a morning habit you can sculpt to match your life. Just ask Harold. He's 74, a retired machinist from Michigan. His mornings were simple toast and jam. He didn't think much about protein. Then one winter, he slipped on the porch, not a fall, but a stumble that scared him. His daughter, a dietitian, reviewed his diet. "Dad," she said, "your legs aren't weak from age. They're hungry." Now, every morning, Harold adds a bowl of Greek yogurt to his breakfast. A little vanilla, a few chopped walnuts, And day by day, he noticed the shift. More energy by 10 a.m. Less stiffness. A better grip when standing up from his chair. No more fear on icy steps. His legs hadn't failed him. He'd just forgotten to feed them. That's the beauty of Greek yogurt. It doesn't shout like coffee or crash like sugar. It hums in the background like a quiet motor, keeping everything moving. So, if your mornings feel off balance, if your legs seem slow to wake up, maybe it's not just sleep. Maybe they're asking for fuel. Greek yogurt supports your strength not in a rush, but in rhythm. Coming up next, a soft tropical fruit that doesn't just taste good. It wakes up the very process that tells your body to create collagen in the first place. The collagen activator number 3, papaya. It's soft, it's sweet, and it might be one of the most overlooked fruits in the American breakfast lineup. But for older adults, trying to protect their legs joints and daily movement, papaya isn't just a tropical treat. It's a gentle trigger for one of the body's most important healing processes, collagen production. Unlike eggs or bone broth, papaya doesn't contain collagen itself. What it offers is arguably even more valuable: the enzymes and nutrients your body needs to make collagen on its own. Think of collagen as bricks and papaya as the crew that mixes the mortar, lays the foundation, and gives the signal to begin rebuilding. So how does it work? Papaya is rich in vitamin C, which is absolutely essential for collagen synthesis. Without it, your body can't properly convert proline into the stable structure that becomes collagen. Just 1 cup of ripe papaya provides over 85 mg of vitamin C, nearly 100% of your recommended daily intake. And unlike citrus fruits, it's gentler on aging stomachs. But that's just the beginning. Papaya also contains a powerful enzyme called papain. This natural enzyme helps break down proteins in the digestive tract, making it easier for older adults to absorb the amino acids from foods like eggs, dairy, and even collagen-rich broths. As we age, our stomach acid and enzyme production drop, often leading to bloating, sluggish digestion, and missed nutrients. Papain gently picks up the slack, ensuring that the protein you eat actually makes it to your muscles and joints. According to a study published in the Journal of Medicinal Food, papain was shown to improve digestion, reduce inflammation, and enhance protein absorption in individuals over 60. In one randomized trial, seniors who consumed papain daily for 4 weeks experienced a 25% improvement in protein digestion efficiency and reported fewer symptoms of bloating and morning joint stiffness. That's 3 silent helpers in one: better gut support, reduced swelling, and more building blocks for strong legs. But the benefits don't stop there. Papaya is also high in beta-carotene and flavonoids, 2 antioxidant groups that reduce oxidative stress, a known contributor to joint aging and collagen breakdown. Think of these compounds as tiny firefighters extinguishing the invisible sparks that slowly damage your tissue over time. Let's talk about Lorraine. She's 74, a retired postal worker from Tampa, Florida. For years, Lorraine struggled with stiff knees in the morning. She'd shuffle to the kitchen, leaning on the counter while waiting for her coffee. Her doctor said arthritis. Her neighbor said turmeric. But it was her grandson, a college nutrition student, who brought over a container of diced papaya and said, "Just try this with breakfast." She did, not expecting much. Within a month, Lorraine began slicing fresh papaya into her Greek yogurt. Sometimes she blended it with banana and almond milk. Other mornings, she ate it plain. And slowly, something changed. She didn't need the counter for balance. Her knees still clicked, but they didn't lock. She felt lighter, not in weight, but in movement. Now papaya is on her grocery list every week. She calls it her morning medicine and says it's cheaper than any cream she's tried. Papaya isn't just food. It's permission. Permission for your body to start repairing what time has worn down. And it does so gently, without acidity, without pills, without effort. Add a handful of diced papaya to your oatmeal. pair it with eggs, or blend it into a morning smoothie. The key isn't quantity, it's consistency. Because collagen doesn't need loud changes. It needs quiet signals. Signals that say, yes, we're still healing. Yes, we're still building. Coming up next, a creamy, nutty spread that does more than satisfy hunger. It strengthens your muscle fibers one spoonful at a time. The energy anchor number 4. Nut butters. Sometimes strength isn't about lifting. It's about lasting. And for older adults, few foods help you last through the morning like nut butter. Whether it's almond peanut or cashew, it's smooth, satisfying, and easy to spread on toast or stir into oatmeal. But behind that creamy texture is a nutrient profile that works hard to sustain leg strength in subtle ways. Nut butters are rich in healthy fats, especially monounsaturated fats, which help stabilize blood sugar and extend your energy window. Unlike sugary cereals that spike and crash, a tablespoon of nut butter provides slow-burning fuel that keeps your body going steady. It's like lighting a slow-burning candle instead of a sparkler, warm, calm, reliable. Protein is part of the story too. 1 tablespoon of peanut butter, for example, contains around 4 grams of protein. And while that may seem small, it adds up, especially when combined with whole grain toast or fruit. Together, they help rebuild muscle fibers that naturally break down overnight. But the power of nut butter goes deeper. It's also a source of magnesium, potassium, and vitamin E, nutrients that support muscle contractions, reduce inflammation, and protect nerve health. These elements act like oil in the engine, helping each movement run smoother, with less friction and more control. Here's where the biology matters. Nut butters provide steady glucose release, which is key to keeping nerves and muscles fueled. When your blood sugar dips too low, your legs can feel shaky, slow, or even numb. But with a balanced breakfast, including nut butter, your body gets the steady input it needs to maintain control, not just for strength, but for balance and coordination too. It's not just fuel, it's flow. And that flow makes every step steadier. Recent studies from Johns Hopkins University have shown that older adults who consume healthy fats with protein in the morning show up to 18% better glucose control throughout the day, which translates into reduced muscle fatigue and steadier energy levels. Think of nut butter like a morning anchor. It grounds your energy, gives your legs something solid to stand on, and keeps the rest of your system from drifting. And unlike breakfast bars or instant shakes, nut butter doesn't confuse your body with a sugar surge. It lets your metabolism wake up gently, like opening the blinds to soft daylight, instead of being hit with a flashlight. That matters for aging bodies that need rhythm, not chaos. In fact, many American seniors have unknowingly switched to low-fat or fat-free options for decades, believing it's the healthier choice. But removing those natural fats often means missing the very nutrients that support long-term energy and neuromuscular repair. Nut butter brings that balance back without needing to change your diet completely. A small 2021 review in Nutrients even found that moderate nut intake, especially in the morning, was linked to improved grip strength and walking speed in older adults. That's not just food, it's mobility in disguise. And it's easy to use. Spread it on toast, mix it into oatmeal, add it to smoothies. You don't need a recipe, you just need a spoon. Just ask Jerry. He's 75, lives in Portland, and used to skip breakfast entirely. I didn't think I needed it, he says. But I always felt drained by 10 a.m. His daughter suggested trying a slice of whole grain toast with peanut butter. That small shift changed everything. I wasn't crashing mid-morning. I felt like my legs had something underneath them again, he says. Now it's part of his routine. Not fancy, not trendy, just steady support day by day. Nut butter may be small, but it locks in big strength without the crash, the spike, or the confusion. So if your legs feel like they're running on empty, maybe they need more than speed. Maybe they need endurance. Next up, a tiny grain with surprising energy, one that reshapes how your legs store and release power each day. The Quiet Muscle Builder number 5 Quinoa. It may look like just another grain, but quinoa has something most morning foods can't offer: a complete package for muscle strength, especially for legs that need support after 60. Every night while you sleep, your body quietly breaks down muscle tissue. This is a normal part of aging. But unless you feed your muscles the right tools in the morning, they don't get the chance to rebuild. That's where quinoa comes in. Unlike most grains, quinoa contains all 9 essential amino acids, making it a complete protein rare in plant foods. Just one cooked cup provides about 8 grams of protein, along with complex carbs, fiber, magnesium, and iron nutrients your muscles crave first thing in the day. Think of quinoa as a rebuilding base camp, the solid ground your legs can push off from as they recover from nighttime breakdown. It's not flashy. It doesn't spike your blood sugar. But it gives your muscles what they need to do their job: stand tall, lift and carry you forward. Biologically, quinoa works on several levels. First, it delivers slow-digesting carbohydrates, which release energy, gradually fueling your morning without overwhelming your system. This helps maintain blood sugar stability, which is crucial after 60, when insulin sensitivity tends to drop. Second, the high magnesium content in quinoa supports muscle contraction and nerve signals. Low magnesium has been linked to increased cramps, fatigue, and even falls in older adults. A single cup of quinoa can provide around 30% of your daily magnesium needs. Third, quinoa offers iron and zinc, which help with oxygen transport and muscle repair. These minerals are often low in older adults due to reduced absorption. Quinoa helps close that gap naturally. In short, quinoa isn't just breakfast. It's a muscle recovery kit in a bowl. And unlike eggs or yogurt, it's also high in fiber, which supports gut health, a key part of nutrient absorption and energy regulation in seniors. Imagine your legs like a bridge. Each morning, they carry the load of a new day. If the foundation is weak, if the supports haven't been rebuilt overnight, the bridge wobbles. Quinoa, with its rich blend of proteins, minerals, and steady carbs, acts like the maintenance crew, quietly reinforcing that bridge before the day begins. This isn't just theory. A study published in Frontiers in Nutrition 2021 found that older adults who incorporated plant-based complete proteins like quinoa into breakfast showed improvements in grip strength, walking endurance, and lower body muscle retention over 12 weeks compared to those eating refined carbs. And the best part, quinoa is versatile. It can be pre-cooked, reheated, and served warm or cold. Mix it with fruit cinnamon and a splash of almond milk. Stir in some berries. Top it with a spoonful of nut butter. It's easy on the stomach and gentle on aging digestion. Ask Carol. She's 78 and lives in Colorado Springs. For years, she started her mornings with toast and tea. It was just habit, she says. But I was always feeling drained by lunchtime. Her daughter, a nutritionist, suggested switching to a warm quinoa bowl. At first, Carol was skeptical. It looked like birdseed, she laughs. But within a week, she noticed a change. I didn't get that mid-morning slump. My knees felt steadier. I wasn't reaching for the counter to balance. Now it's her go-to breakfast. Simple, soft, strong. Quinoa may not have the marketing of oatmeal or the flashiness of protein powders, but it's quietly effective, like a craftsman restoring a foundation before the cracks appear. So if you're waking up with tired legs, maybe they're not lazy, maybe they're just missing the right tools. You've just explored 5 quiet foods, each chosen not for flash, but for what they do beneath the surface. Quinoa, nut butters, eggs, papaya, Greek yogurt. These don't shout miracle, but when used with care, especially in the morning, they whisper strength into the muscles that carry you forward. And that's what this is really about. Not big changes, not extremes. Just remembering your legs, your balance, your posture, your steady steps are still listening. They still respond, still repair, but only when supported gently daily with what you feed them. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to follow every tip. But if something in this video made you pause, If it helped you see breakfast as fuel, not just routine, then maybe today's the day to try. One spoonful, one step, one better plate. Because this isn't just about muscle. It's about lighter mornings, safer steps, and energy that returns quietly, steadily, deeply. You've spent years caring for others. You've built routines with love and effort. Maybe now it's time to adjust them just a little for this chapter, for this version of you, for the strength still waiting underneath. If this helped even a little, save it as a reminder, or share it with someone whose legs you love. And tell us in the comments, what food will you try first? And if you'd like more videos like this made, especially for people over 60, tap that subscribe button. We'll be here every week with simple science-backed ways to support your strength, your balance, and your peace of mind. Because you're not alone, and we're walking this path with you, one steady step at a time.